My aunt called from the hospital and confessed, "I've been slowly poisoning your mother for her inheritance, but I need your help now." I dropped my coffee mug, watching it shatter across my kitchen floor as the words hit me like a physical blow. "What did you just say?" My voice came out as a whisper, but Aunt Patricia was already crying on the other end, her words tumbling out in panicked gasps. "The doctors are running toxicology tests. They found arsenic levels that are going to show up positive. I need you to get to Mom's house and remove the supplements before they search it." My legs gave out, and I sank into the nearest chair, my mind reeling as months of Mom's mysterious symptoms suddenly made horrifying sense. The constant fatigue she blamed on getting older, the digestive issues her doctor couldn't explain, the memory problems that started 3 months ago, right after Patricia began helping with Mom's medications. "You've been poisoning my mother?" I could barely form the words. Patricia's voice turned desperate and calculating. "Listen to me carefully. She's unconscious right now, but if she survives this, we can still fix everything. The inheritance is worth $3.2 million, and we can split it 50-50 if you help me clean up." I hung up immediately and called 911, my hands shaking so violently I could barely dial. "My mother is in the hospital with arsenic poisoning, and I just received a confession from the person who did it." The dispatcher kept me on the line while sending units to both the hospital and Mom's house. I grabbed my keys and raced to St. Mary's, my mind spinning with the realization that Patricia had been systematically murdering my mother while I watched helplessly, thinking it was just age catching up with her. At the hospital, I found Detective Rivera already interviewing Patricia in the family conference room. Through the glass window, I could see my aunt's face streaked with tears as she gestured frantically, probably spinning some story about accident or medical mix-ups. But I had her confession recorded on my voicemail, and I played it for Detective Rivera the moment he stepped out. His expression hardened as he listened to Patricia's panicked admission and her request for me to tamper with evidence. He immediately called for backup to secure Mom's house and told me they'd been suspicious when her blood work showed arsenic levels consistent with chronic poisoning. The investigation moved fast once they had Patricia's confession and my recording. Officers found the arsenic-laced calcium supplements in Mom's medicine cabinet, exactly where Patricia said they'd be. The pharmacy records showed Patricia had been purchasing the supplements monthly for 6 months, using Mom's insurance but forging her signature. Security footage from the drugstore confirmed Patricia picking up prescriptions that Mom never knew she was taking. Each bottle was carefully labeled as calcium, but lab analysis revealed they contained enough arsenic to kill someone slowly over a year. Patricia's phone revealed the systematic planning behind her murder plot. Text messages with her boyfriend discussed timelines for Mom's death and their plans to buy a house in Florida with the inheritance money. She'd researched arsenic poisoning symptoms online, calculated dosages, and even looked up how long it takes for toxicology tests to clear a victim's system. Her browser history showed searches for natural causes of death in elderly women and how to avoid suspicious death investigations. The evidence painted a picture of calculated, premeditated murder disguised as caring daughter behavior. Mom survived, but barely. The neurological damage from months of arsenic exposure left her with permanent memory issues and chronic fatigue that required round-the-clock care. The doctors explained that if Patricia's poisoning had continued for another month, the organ damage would have been irreversible. Mom remembered very little about the past year, which was probably a mercy, since it meant she couldn't recall the person she trusted most, slowly killing her while pretending to help with her health. Patricia pleaded guilty to attempted murder and elder abuse in exchange for a 25-year sentence without possibility of parole for 15 years. During the sentencing hearing, she actually tried to claim she was putting Mom out of her misery, that watching her decline was too painful. The judge called it the most callous case of family betrayal she'd seen in 20 years on the bench. Patricia lost all rights to Mom's estate, which now funds her 24-hour care in a secure facility where she's finally safe from the people who claimed to love her. 6 months later, I still check Mom's medications myself and taste test anything before she takes it. Trust doesn't come back easily after discovering someone spent half a year slowly murdering the person they were supposed to protect. But Mom is alive. Patricia is in prison where she belongs, and sometimes that has to be enough justice when family becomes the monster you never saw coming until it was almost too late.